What up, tubers? Welcome back to another draft here on Magic Online. Some more Vintage Cube as we shake things up from the world of Bloomborough. Pick one, pack one. Probably Mana Vault. I think that is the safest, strongest pick. What would you second pick if Mana Vault wasn't in the pack? Could see taking like Cradle or Boseiju. Lands are always good. Skull Clamp maybe if you really wanted to. No, this is a clear Mana Vault to me. I don't think anything is on the same level. You know, they're like tiers of power. Of course, you have like Power 9 and whatnot. Mana Vault's pretty far up there in terms of what it can do and what it does do. So easy pickup for me. Field of the Dead is such a funny one in Vintage Cube. It is so slow and I don't think very good. I mean, there are a lot of funny cards in Vintage Cube, like Reckless Pyro Surfer and stuff. Like, you can go off with those cards. It's just, I never want to be doing that type of thing. So I'm looking at Mystical Tutor, Pentad Prism, Metamorph is decent. That's about it. I guess Time Warp. Time Warp is always good. Sure, not a 2-mana Time Walk, but still a solid choice. You know, I'm never unhappy to have extra turn cards in my decks. Let's go ahead and just take the Time Warp here. Big fan of blue stuff in general. Tundra, Miscalc. Those are my top two picks here. Though we do have a Trinket Mage in the pack, which can grab the Mana Vault, so it does put a little bit towards that. But I think I'll go with the Miscalc first. I think Trinket Mage generally tends to wheel. Or at least it has a much higher wheel potential than I think Miscalc or Tundra. Tundra's probably the better pick, but I'm going to take the counter. Man, another card another card that's just so funny in the queue is like Paw Patch Recruit and Tough Cookie. At least Tough Cookie is maybe okay in a super artifact heavy deck, kind of. But like, this is not the card I think of when I think of Vintage Cube. I'm going to take the Workshop here over the maybe Ulamog. I am a big fan of brown, or that is to say artifacts. They're not so much brown these days, they're more gray. But the old school artifacts were in fact heavy brown. Let's see if I can point one out. There's a Fractured Identity here. Jite. Let's take the Fracture, I think. It's a good win con in a pinch. What a card. Exile target non-land permanent. Each player other than its controller creates a token. That's a copy of it. And now we have a Teferi. I would love to take one of these two talismans, especially since they both add blue and we have the Workshop. But I think Teferi is a little bit too strong overall. Okay, so maybe a nice little control-y deck here. Definitely my style, base blue control. Instant speed, Fractured Identity if we wanted to, off of Teferi. Balance is usually really, really good in my decks like this. Pick up a bunch of mana rocks and other fast mana, and then you can balance them back to the Stone Age. They took the Signets out. They've added the Talismans instead. I think that's a good change. The Signets, you can add mana with them the turn that they enter, but you need to have one other mana, whereas with the Talismans, you can just immediately use them if you have no other mana source. Okay, there are 9 cards in this pack. I'm going to take the Fast Bond. There's a chance we can wield Azuran Orb. I think it was yesterday's video, right? I had the Fast Bond Azuran Orb Crucible combo, and potentially can get that again here. This makes what again? It makes clues. There is a Yawgmoth's Will. Oh, we're having an Excavator too. Like, I could take the Excavator here, and if we get the Azuran Orb back, that's a way to do that. Or if we get Strip Mine, we can Strip Mine Ramanap with Fast Bond. All right, that seems fine. Venser, Absent, and Boseiju. Boseiju wheeling is actually kind of disgusting. We'll have to take that. It's just too good. Now I think we're going to take the Thicket, given our start, for some fixing over Dig Through Time. Good. This is looking like a silly Bant control-y start. Workshop might not be at its best here, but Battlesphere is a good tool for that. Battlesphere, pick up Tillarian Academy or something. I want to find as many draw 7 effects now as well, since I have the fast bond. Ulamog Wield. Target non-creature artifact. Womp Womp does not work with the Battlesphere. Yeah, decent pack one so far, I'd say. Nothing busted, but a good start, some fixing. Remember, we can potentially get the last pick, Zurin Orb. Last pick Zurin Orb would give us the Fast Bond Excavator combo. So infinite life and infinite mana. Question is, would we find something to do with that mana? Who knows? I mean, I guess playing the Ulamog would be something to do with the mana. Very late. Duel. All right, last pick. No Zurin Orb. So that combo is out of the question. The Fast Bond can still be a very good card. Okay, we're opening a Lotus and a Jet here. Kind of crazy, kind of fantastic. Clearly going to be taking that card. So besides the 2 power, what are we losing on? Misty Rainforest. No More Lies, kind of. Could still be doing a Brain Freeze deck. Yowza. All right. I will take the Lotus. Now, where are we at? Meticulous Archive for fixing. Tameo, Stern Scolding. These are all decent pickups. Given I have Time Warp and like Lotus already, I could see second picking the Tameo out of this pack. I guess the Meticulous Archive is probably safer. Tameo tends to wheel. Let's go ahead and get the fix. Okay, there's Big Teferi. There is Wasteland. Shelldock Isle, amazing. Preordained Mindstone, good pack. Strip Mine would be an easy pickup. Wasteland, I don't think is nearly as good, right? Well, clearly it's nearly as good, not nearly as good. Yeah, I think I kind of like just taking Shelldock here. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay. Mana Leak. Oh, there's the Tillarian Academy. It's not good currently without Battlesphere, but I'm going to take that as the potential broken card that it is. True Name Nemesis is just a good 3-drop. There's a Ballista here, which if I had the Zurin Orb, we would make infinite mana and could go off with that. Oh, I could also take the Reprieve, I guess. Yeah, I can take Reprieve here for some more counter magic. Oh, man, I want that Wheel of Fortune so bad with what we have so far, but I'm guessing I need to take the Spara's Headquarters. Although I don't have a fetch for it yet, so maybe that's not as necessary. I mean, I still don't know what I'm doing in this deck. Nah, it's probably got to be Spara's, right? I also don't want to have too many tap lands. These two always enter tapped. The Thicket sometimes enters tapped. Nah, you know what? Instead of fixing, I think we want the draw 7. Because the fixing, there are other pieces we can find. You don't always get to see a draw 7. Oh, we are brewing. There is a coveted jewel here, a daze here. Let's keep ramping up our artifact count. Make the workshop and the academy better. Would not be surprised if we wield a memory jar, though I'm not sure how good it would be in this deck. Savannah. Savannah versus Shredder with Soul Guide Lantern and Thopter Foundry as okay cards. I guess Wrath of God would be fine too. The fixing's too good. I'm going to spend too long taking lands and then just not end up with enough spells. Welcome to my world. Triplicate Titan. I am also not a fan of that card. It would be maybe okay if I picked up Tinker. But is Lightning Greaves even that good here? Not particularly. Parallax Wave is also okay. Take the Greaves and be sad about it. All right, we did wield a jar, but we also wield the Tammy. I think Tameo might be a little bit of a better pickup here. Wasteland came back anyways. Huh, that's too bad. I'm just going to take the Mind Stone. Oh yeah, this is what I was talking about though. The old school Magic artifacts are like brown cards. The new school, gray. All right, last few pickups here don't look like they're going to matter all that much. So we're going into pack 3 with 15-ish playable cards. We're probably going to need to pick up 7 or 8 more. Wow, opening another piece of power and a Tinker. Oh, lordy. Moan and complain about opening a bunch of power. Yeah, we opened Mana Vault, we opened Lotus and Jet, and now we've opened Pearl. I lose on so many good cards here. I lose Dak, which is insane. Tinker, insane for us. Golos is actually incredible when I have Workshop, Isle, and Academy. I'm guessing the Golos will wheel, though, thankfully. Chalice, Blue-White Talisman, Temple Garden, Treachery. Another good pack. Let's just take the Talisman here. I do need to find, I guess, red fixing if I'm playing Wheel. This is going to be one of those decks that has, like, the best power level, or the highest possible power level, but then just not do anything. I can already feel it. What would really tie this deck up? What am I looking for? Upheaval? No. I mean, I would take it, but it wouldn't be great. Strip Mine, like I said, would be fine. Echo of Eons. Another draw 7 is not bad, certainly. There's also a Bolas's Citadel here for the Tinker that could come back around. But again, I guess the Citadel is likely to come back around in that scenario too. I don't have many ways to put the Echo into my graveyard, do I? It's just like Tameo Millet. Still think it's the pick. Okay, Basalt Monolith over Otawara. Keep making our workshop and academy better. There is a good Tinker hit. Though I have to say, I can't expect the Tinker to wheel. can we still cast that hard? Maybe. What else would I be taking here? Samwise is pretty funny with Black Lotus. Jace, okay, WinCon maybe. I'll take Colossus. Not a great pack. There is Titania for the Ramanap fast bond combo. But we don't, again, we don't have a good land. We don't even have one of the sack lands for it. Frantic Search, Hollowed Fountain. I think I need to take Frantic here, and that's a way to discard the Echo. That's good, actually. Very good. Man, poor Grizzlebrand going around so late. Othari's a win con. Nantuko Fast Bond is cute. I guess we're not running this Ramanap, are we? Didn't get there, and this is pick 8. Yeesh. Not looking great here. Right, there's the Golos on the wheel. At least is good. No Tinker, unsurprisingly, so Colossus is going to be a cut. Ooh, this deck is going to be bad. This deck is going to be kind of bad, I think. Temple Garden coming back. Oh, you know what? Crop Rotation might not be bad here, too. Grabbing Shelldock, Workshop, or especially Academy is really nice. There's the Citadel, but the Tinker didn't come back. I didn't mention it at first, but Gush is good with Fast Bond. I suppose Knight of the Reliquary grabbing the 3 broken lands is also okay. But I think Gush is what we want. Alright, sideboard Quasali. Nissa is like okay. I think we're going to end up running the Ulamog. I'm not going to be running a Forest for Nissa is my concern, so I'll just take the Might, which is always playable. Yeah, honestly, 6 not unplayable in our deck as well. We have a lot of busted cards, but I don't think this is a busted deck. A lot of busted cards. Alright, so I need to cut, or I need to still add a couple of cards here. We ended up with enough artifacts for all the artifact matter lands, thankfully. Am I running 6 here? Might just be running a value 6. All right. Well, I don't know about this one. I don't think it came together, but that's on me. All of those except for Ulamog are artifacts, and we're also running the Lotus and the Pearl. So we're going to have 15 lands plus Lotus Pearl. Let's see here. How many of each source do I need? Two forests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, is Reprieve even that good in this deck? Probably not, but I don't have much room for anything else. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, something like this. I mean, we have enough powerful cards that we can probably scrape together a couple of wins, but overall, I don't think this has enough cohesion. We're just going to have to hope that power level gets there. Let's give it a shot. Let's go off to round one. All right, here we are for round one of this Vintage Cube draft with our powerful but powerful but not very good deck, as maybe evidenced by this opening hand where I've got a Lotus and a Pearl and some other stuff, but it doesn't do anything, you know? Let's Once Upon a Time and maybe find Golos or whatever. Okay, turn 1/6 is pretty good. Gosh, I can retrace the Lotus too. That's actually pretty funny. All right. Turn 1 hasty 6. Did not hit a land. Oh my gosh. Did not hit a land after that. Okay. Wow. Are we going to brick on lands forever? There we go. There's Tolarian Academy. Oh, we hit Echo too, actually. That's probably worth doing. Yeah, let's go ahead and just Echo now. One mana floating. Okay, good. Opponent didn't do anything, so we just gave them a different 7-card hand. Oh yeah, we're crushing. Turn 1, or not turn 1, but turn 2 Tameo. Not going to cut it. Let's see. Whenever one or more creatures an opponent controls attack you and aren't blocked. So that means Tameo can actually trigger the coveted jewel. Right, let's attack first and see what we mill. And decide from there. We hit our Lotus again and Boseiju. Excellent. So now we have a ton of available mana. So every land in my hand is basically a ritual of any color. Yeah, so let's go Talisman, land, Frantic. Oh, there's Ulamog. All right, that should probably do her then, right? Fast spawned. Once Upon a Time. Lotus. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ulamog. Destroy, destroy. That was turn 3, by the way. All right, maybe I lied. Maybe our deck's great. Or maybe I just got lucky. No, like I said, we have a ton of individually powerful cards, but I can see us not always having a draw like that, right? That was a pretty silly hand. 6 with Black Lotus is actually kind of disgusting. That is a very awkward opener, but it's another hand of powerful cards, so it doesn't do anything until it finds something, if that makes sense, right? I'm gonna play 2 lands extra. We're just gonna sit back on reprieve until they do something or we find something better, you know? Well, that is technically pressure, but it's also an artifact for Academy, so it's a start. All of this power and nothing to do with it. Pretty hilarious. Not Scour, sure. They milled a Spell Pierce and a Brainstorm. I'm not gonna reprieve just random card draw effects like these. Wait until they tap for something a little bit more relevant. Though we do want to cycle reprieve. I can might that. But we don't want to lose the mana from Academy quite yet. Alright, come on, tap out for something big. Teferi, good enough. And we drew another land! Oi, oi, oi. Oh no! Ay, 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 indeed. This is pretty unfortunate. Yeah. Yikes. Oh, yikes, 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 yikes. So we want to draw our Echo, I guess. Shelldock Isle is not irrelevant. I guess we have to go for the Fractured Identity here. I still want to attack the Teferi. Okay, they're at 21 cards, so one more card, and then we can activate Shelldock. Palace Jailer. All right. At this point, might as well blow up their talisman. Oh no, that Teferi stops the Shelldock Isle. Oh my god, we're dead. Yeah, that Teferi stops Shelldock Isle. Saved? Possibly saved here. Because this is a cast trigger. And they have to counter this if they have a counter. Right? Oh, I guess they didn't. Oh, I should have held up green instead of white. Whoops. So we have instant speed fracture available. Hmm. I think I want to go for the fracture on the jailer, even though They are kind of representing having a counter. Nice. All right. So now we're the Monarch. And we drew Echo, huh? I don't need to Echo, though. Like, we can just sit back and... Oh, wait. Do I need to Echo? They have the Incubator token. Oh, no, it's a... That's an artifact, so we can blow that up. Yeah, we can just draw extra cards. It's fine. We don't have that many ways left to win, though. Because the Ulamog is now exiled, you know? All right, another pass of the turn. That's good. Oh, snatching my Tameo. That means they get to cast that later, is that right? It is. Yikes. Okay, I think I'm just gonna pass here. Draw one more extra card off the Monarch. And then set up. Let's see, how much? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm 1 mana short of time warping into Echo. Speaking of, okay. So they can get back, yeah, the time warp and do it again. So they have 2 extra turns here. Ay. In fact, they have 3 extra turns. Oh, we're just dead. Shoot, turns out I needed to go for Echo. Because now they attack me for 6, time warp again, Tameo uptick. Yeah. Man, they do have a mana drain in their deck as well. And that's the card they named. Okay. Yeah, so that's GG if they see the play. They just now sack the Tameo, get back Time Warp, hit me for 6, and then hit me for another 6. Actually, why did they keep Sunfall in versus me? I guess that's an answer to Ulamog, technically. Yep, you see the play. All right. Wanted to make them show me the play first before we conceded. That was a lot of land. Okay, we can quick Echo with this hand, potentially. I kind of want to grab the green-white source, even though the Might is an extra mana source for Academy. pretty good. Set ourselves up for a very nice next turn. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9 mana, 10 mana next turn. Ooh. That also seems pretty nice. I guess we can go for that first. I can either reprieve my Golos or I can reprieve the mana drain. I think I'm going to reprieve the mana drain instead of the Golos. Let's get Shelldock over Archive or Workshop. We have the Fracture again. Now we can lead with Teferi into counter. Okay, that's fine. Chalice on 2. That's insanely good for us. Monolith is a free roll. Let's see. Actually, it's net 1 mana even. So Monolith. Teferi. I can bounce after shuffle, right? Yeah, so let's go 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Echo. Now we bounce their Chalice. We can now Fracture. Fracture their Talisman, or I could Battle Sphere Haste. That's how much damage? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm 1 damage short of lethal. Could just Echo again if I wanted. 4, 8, 12, 15. Yeah, I can put them at 1. If I put them to 1 and then they Sunfall, that's kind of bad, I guess. But seems okay. Oh, and they just scooped it up. They weren't dead there. They were at 1, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 15. Yeah, they would have gone to 1, but pretty devastating. All right, good stuff. That is the first round to us. Okay, here we are for round 2 of this Vintage Cube draft. 0 Landers, 0 Lotus. Let's go down to 6. This hand's actually okay because we have Once Upon a Time. We can pitch the Gush here. This is clearly not a good hand, though. And you know what? Maybe with this deck I should have mulliganed to 5 now that I think about it. We can do much better on 5 even. It does have a lot of action if I can find either a white source or some artifact, you know? Alright. Once Upon a Time. Losing Mana Vault, Greaves, Monolith. We did hit the plains. So If nothing else, I can reprieve on turn 2. Though I can't say that's very exciting. Please don't channel me. Alright, curiosity. Into an elf. I'm guessing this is probably going to be a matchup where I wish I had a balance available, or even Wrath, which we did see. We didn't see balance, but we did see Wrath. Yeah, I should have mulliganed this hand. It just wasn't strong enough for what our deck can do. Jeez. Holy smokes. So our hope is that they don't have anything to do with all that mana, I guess? I suppose I'm just franticking here and looking for something. Okay. Well, it's pretty freaking bad. They do have Mind Stone to sacrifice if they need to find something, or if they need to dig for something. Yeah, just make them recast it. They're gonna go with token creation. Yep. I might just have to sack the Teferi off to bounce the token. That's a non-creature artifact or enchantment that blows up. Okay, that was actually not a bad draw. That lets me go Talisman plus Might. Presumably they're just going to make another token here with Karn. Right, so Island and Forest. Don't care about those too much. Sack the Mind Stone off. Yep. Well, they didn't make a token, actually, so now they're not threatening to Fairy unless they drew another creature or for a couple of turns with the Karn. That's not bad. Like, depending on, I might be able to instant speed Echo end of their turn. You know? Yeah, despite their start, they just didn't have anything to do with it. Ooh, okay. Well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Ulamog is exiled here. If they have an academy or something, that's pretty bad. But we can blow it up with Boseiju. Thespian stage. Oh, interesting. They're missing white to activate Golos. So I don't need to blow anything up right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we can wait. It's kind of funny. Land pass. Now remember, they can also copy my Tolarian Academy. Right, so we get to Golos them at instant speed. Archive Surveil. Don't think we need that. Block Protect Teferi. Right, Ulamog in hand. Oh god, maybe they do have Academy. Oh, they have the Dark Depths. Okay. Well, that doesn't matter. We have the Boseiju, right? Where are my artifacts? Do I gush here? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. This doesn't help me right now. I guess I gush. Ah, that's perfect. Okay, that is going to be fantastic. Let's see. Mindstone is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, that would let me Ulamog, but I wouldn't be able to also Boseiju. So I think we actually bin that. Go for the attack on Karn. That's pretty decent, I think. Well, not really. Only good if I decide to echo here, which I don't know if we're doing that. Okay, that's good. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9. All right, they go for the thespian stage. I just kill the thespian stage in response, right? Oh, I tapped out of green! I tapped out of green because I'm bad! Oh no! I did. Oh god, what have I done? Oh my gosh, I just threw the game by tapping out of green. I needed to not play the fast bond. Wow, what have I done? I spent all that time finding a way out of it, and then I just completely throw it. I knew the thicket entered tapped, but I guess I forgot playing the fast bond tapped me out of the only green source I had. Oh my god, that probably should have been a very easy win from there. So just don't play the fast bond. I get to Beseju their Thespians. They have a Golos and what, two unknowns? Golos, Ulamog. Oh, could they still Ulamog me? I guess they could still Ulamog me, which would be bad, but nah, we would have been in fine shape. We could have beaten that. Yikes, that was really, really bad. All right, well, on to the next. I don't need to take a damage here turn one. No need to. Doesn't let me cast anything. Oh man, that's embarrassing. Uh, that's on me though. Totally disgustingly on me. Oof. Simply getting more content out of it, that's all. There's their mana vault again. Uh-oh, this ain't good. They had pest infestation. This card is so good too. All right, I think I just trade 6 for 2 tokens and get a trigger. Wow, we didn't mill a single land. Oh my god, we are just getting brutalized here. You kidding? Sheesh. Like crop rotation for a blue source and echo next turn, I guess. Didn't attack for 1. Kind of just have to echo and hope. All right, that was good. Knowing that they have pest infestation in their deck, I'm probably supposed to run out the Talus or the Lotus rather. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh, there's Dark Depths. There's the stage. All right. Well, might not be able to do anything this game, but should not have lost game 1. Let me put it that way. Oh man, I big time punted that first game. I'm sad. Notably, Ulamog does not work versus that combo. Oh, you know what? I guess I could have reprieved the talisman. That would have stopped them from being able to activate stage. Oh no, they have the elf. Never mind. Wait, did they? Yeah, they had the elf. So that was never mind. All right. Draw and concede. That is not good enough. Yeah, that's on me. GG's. Oh, man. Totally punted that first game, though. Gross, gross, gross. Well, let's salvage a 2-1. Yeah. Nothing to say there. I had probably, well, maybe not the win, but a lot better of a chance, right? Boseiju game 1, kill the land. They untap an Ulamog, but I still have plenty of action, so who knows? I don't think we could have done anything game 2, but game 1 was ours, and we would have gone to a game 3, so GG, go next. All right, here we are for round 3 of this vintage cube. Did a quick workout at the gym before coming back to play round 3 to work off the spew of the previous round. This is not an excellent opening hand, but it's got a Black Lotus, so I'm not going to mulligan. Again, our deck is kind of just like a bunch of powerful cards, but really not top-tier synergy. That being said, we once again have the opportunity of a turn 1/6 into Replay Lotus. Into Monolith if I want to. Into Replay Lotus. Like all right. Despite me not actually doing anything there, or rather not having anything to do after the fact, my opponent gave up with the turn 1/6 recast Black Lotus. So we'll take that. That feels good. On to the next. And let's see. That's a decent, though unexciting opener. Yeah. So I almost have a turn 2 coveted jewel here. It really depends on, or it will depend on if I have a second untapped land beyond workshop or not. Great, and we did find it. Oh wait, this is not even a turn 2 one anyways. What am I talking about? I can't math. Or could it be? Well, I mean, I could now, but it's actually not that good since they have 2 different creatures to steal the jewel. So I guess I'm going to archive here in the island. Say go like this. Ugh, this is not very good. Wow, they just gave up. They didn't even want to play anymore. Man, that was the saddest way to win I've ever seen in my life. I mean, sure, I can understand the game 1 concede, but the game 2 concede was kind of just like, it is what it is. All right, so this was potentially a 3-0. Again, I did punt away the first game of the second round, though, again, nothing I could do about the second game. But yeah, like I said, this deck was more just a bunch of powerful cards and not really super good synergy. So I'm not unhappy with the 2-1. Any deck with Black Lotus, Pearl, Mana Vault, and some other goodies usually going to be pretty fun to play, though I wish we had gotten some more synergies, just a couple more combo pieces or something. If we had found like the Strip Mine or Wield the Zern Orb or something, that would have made the deck a lot better. But some more Vintage Cube. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Again, leave a comment down below if you enjoy the Vintage Cube over the Bloomborough. Otherwise, maybe I will record some more Bloomborough. Until next time, friends,